You're sitting at your kitchen table past midnight, surrounded by anxious bills shouting overdue in bold red. Last month's credit card balance hasn't budged, and the collection agency just called again. The weight on your chest isn't just about money, it's the stress that steals your sleep and focus. How do you break this cycle? How do you stop the spiral before it pulls you under again? Jerrold J Mundis holds the key, but the question is, will you turn it? You might think debt's loud, the past due notices, the phone calls, but sometimes the real danger hides in plain sight. It starts subtle, almost invisible. That's why Mundis teaches you to read the early warning signs before they engulf you. Laura from Philadelphia thought she was managing fine until her small, monthly Amazon purchases and cafe runs rolled into 5 credit cards maxed out. She ignored the creeping minimum payments, thinking it's just temporary. That's the classic blind spot Mundis highlights: small, frequent spending silently stealing your financial future. Think of debt warning signs like smoke from a hidden fire. You don't see the flames yet, but the smoke signals a problem brewing. Recognizing increased minimum payments, nagging collection calls, or regularly pushing due dates is your chance to douse the fire before it scorches your credit and peace of mind. Once you spot these signals, you gain power. You're no longer a victim but a strategist. Mundis points out that catching debt's early whispers lets you craft bite-sized payback plans that actually work, rather than drowning in panic when the flames explode. Now imagine picking up the phone and calling that intimidating creditor, heart pounding, palms sweating. Mundis flips this dreaded moment into a power play. This is how you reclaim your voice, negotiate like a pro, and even win goodwill. Mark from Seattle was terrified to call his bank but decided to be brutally honest. Instead of threats, the creditor turned collaborator, helping him design a feasible payment schedule. Mundis shares this story to show humility and honesty can disarm even the fiercest debt collectors. Negotiating debt payments isn't about smooth talk or charm, it's about crystal clear communication. Think of it like tuning an old radio: straighten the frequency and suddenly the static fades. Mundis compares this process to finding the exact note that gets creditors on your side. Once you turn vague fear into a concrete plan, it's amazing how the weight lifts. Mundis notes many debtors felt trapped until they saw their debt as a puzzle they could solve, not an indomitable monster. This mindset shift is the gateway to both peace and progress. Getting out of debt is just the start. Staying out, that's where the real challenge and freedom lie. Mundis hands you 3 cardinal rules that become your financial compass. Follow these and prosperity isn't a dream, it's your daily reality. Mundis tells the story of Sandra, a recovered debtor from Ohio who learned the brutal truth after getting debt-free. Spending habits die hard. She disciplined herself to live on 80% of her income, the sacred rule that guaranteed no more surprises. It's simple but brutally effective. Your wallet lives here now. The emergency fund is your secret weapon. Mundis compares it to a financial fire extinguisher. You hope never to need it, but the second you do, it saves your house. That buffer prevents you from jumping back into debt when life throws curveballs like car repairs or medical bills. Everyone has spending blind spots, those sneaky areas you ignore because it's just a little. Mundis challenges us to identify and control them, whether it's impulsive online shopping or recurring subscriptions. By shining a flashlight on these, you close the back door through which debt creeps back in. Remember that midnight kitchen table? It wasn't just about bills, it was about reclaiming control. Mundis reminds us debt isn't a life sentence but a solvable problem. Once you spot the signs, face the music, and follow the rules. Try this tonight: write down one blind spot spending habit and plan a way to cut it out this week. Your future self will thank you. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.